Hi everyone, and welcome to part 3 of drawing desserts. In part 1, I showed you how to draw a wedding cake, a slice of cake, a cake with a missing piece, and a birthday cake. In part 2, I showed you how to draw a slice of pie, a whole pie, and a cupcake. And today I'm going to show you how to draw a donut, an ice cream cone, and an ice cream sundae. So if those are one of the desserts you want to draw for your Wayne Thiebaud inspired art project, stay tuned. If you want to draw one of the other ones instead, make sure you watch part 1 or part 2 to learn how to draw that. Today we are just going to be drawing the dessert. You do not need to add color today. In the next videos that are coming out, you will learn how to add color with oil pastel or colored pencils. So, to get started, you just need a pencil and a piece of paper. I'm going to start on a sketching paper first because I don't want to make any mistakes on my final paper. And I'm going to begin with the donut. Donuts are super yummy this time of year. I love to get apple cider ones or glazed ones from like farmers markets. All right, so the donut. So you can see the donut's kind of like an oval shape. So that's what we're going to begin with. So I'm going to make a curved line. And instead of trying to make a perfect circle, I'm going to make kind of like a big oval shape. All right. Next, I'm going to make like a little smile. It looks like a little smile right in the middle. And then I'm going to make a frowny face kind of like right on top of that. Next, we actually get to work on our frosting. So you may not be a person who loves frosting on your donut, but I think if you're going to choose a donut for the Wayne Thiebaud project, it should have something colorful on it, whether it's rainbows or rainbow sprinkles or frosting. Just add some color to the donut. So I'm going to add some frosting, and how I do this, or icing we can call it, is just making some squiggly, wavy lines going down. And you want to make them uneven so it looks like it is going down the edges of the donut, because remember, donuts are 3D. And this is like, if you remember, for the graffiti project, making the drips, if you chose your word to have some drips on it. Right, so there's my icing, and I actually need to remember to go back here in this area and add it coming down here. So again, just some wavy lines, okay? And now what you can do is add on sprinkles. So you can draw little, tiny, skinny little oval shapes. Don't draw just lines because we need to add color later. So I'm going to erase those, and I'm going to do skinny little ovals. You may also have seen sprinkles that are like, we call them confetti sprinkles, so they're circles. You can do that. Just little circles. Don't color anything in yet. We're coloring next time we have a video posted for art. We will learn how to use oil pastels. All right. So I'm going to go in and clean up some of my lines. And of course, you get to choose how you decorate your donut. So this is just how I'm doing mine. And then I'm done with my donut. So that's just how to draw a donut. We're going to move on to an ice cream cone. Super yummy. So to do the ice cream cone, of course, later on when you choose colors, you'll pick the flavor based on your colors and other details like that. But to get started, I like to do a circle shape for the top of the ice cream. And then the bottom part that covers the cone a little bit is like, maybe you'll do like a triangle kind of shape, right? And before you continue on, you might want to erase the lines that you don't need. And ice cream is very soft, right? It's a soft material, so it's not going to have any sharp, hard edges, right? So there's the top of your ice cream. Now the cone is a shape that we should all know, a triangle. So to do this, you're just going to do one line down here, one line going this way, and you'll meet them up. And sometimes they have pointy edges, sometimes they're rounded. You can do it how you wish. All right. Now, on the ice cream cone, there are like crisscrossing lines, and that's something we see often in ice cream cones. So I will do the same thing. I'm going to make lines going from right to left, diagonal lines. Then I'm going to do the same thing but opposite, left to right, diagonal lines. And you can define it more when you add color next time. So sometimes our ice cream has like a cherry on top. You can draw a cherry, just a circle, and the little stem is like an upside down little tiny triangle. You could do, I have like fudge on mine. So fudge might look just like the donut icing. Squiggly lines. And you might add sprinkles, so remember, long and skinny rectangles. Maybe your ice cream has chocolate chips and you need to add some chocolate chips. That's up to you later when you add color and when you're adding details on your ice cream through drawing. It's going to look different than mine because we may have different preferences in ice cream. And the last one we are drawing is an ice cream sundae. So for the ice cream sundae, it's up to you what you want to have that look like. I wanted to have some chocolate dripping over the edge and just a lot of whipped cream. So my ice cream's all kind of inside the dish here. You don't really see too much of it. So to do the ice cream sundae, I am actually going to start with this dish. So like an ice cream sundae that I drew here is one that maybe you would get when you go to a restaurant and you eat inside. So to do that shape, I am going to make kind of like a triangle. Right, so it looks like a triangle with soft edges. And I'm going to make a rounded top up here. Okay. Then I'm going to make a little rectangle shape at the bottom of the triangle. And then like an oval. Right? So that gives us like the dish effect, and we'll erase some of these later. And then now you can customize what kind of ice cream sundae you would like. So maybe this time, since you can't really see my ice cream in that drawing, I'll add some half circles that represent my ice cream. And then just like I showed you in the last video with the cupcake and the slice of pie, how you can do frosting is you're going to make a half circle, but this time they're going to be upside down than our ice cream. Another half circle and like a curly like raindrop line. I'm going to connect them. And I'm going to erase away the lines I don't need. And right now it looks like it's floating in the air. So to connect it back down to my ice cream, I'm going to make a line and like a squiggly little line to connect back to that part of my ice cream. And frosting, I should say. All right. So right now I've got some ice cream in my dish. And one thing I am missing is a cherry. So cherries are usually on an ice cream sundae. So I'm going to make this little line here, and that is just to look like the cherry is sitting in the frosting or the whipped cream up here. Make my cherry shape. And the little like upside down triangle for the stem. All right. You can also add a spoon in. So maybe this is the handle of my spoon over here. I don't need to actually draw anything in here. I'm going to pretend when I add color to this that this is not see-through. So I don't need to draw anything in here. Unless you want to have a glass cup, then maybe you'll draw like your different scoops of ice cream. But I think it looks really, really nice later when we erase all these lines to connect it up. And we color it in next time. It looks nice if it's just one kind of color instead of see-through. See-through is super hard to do when you're adding color. All right, so that is my ice cream sundae. So You guys just learned how to draw all the desserts if you've seen part 1 and part 2. After you've chosen your dessert and drawn it, do not add color. We are going to learn how to add color with oil pastels and color pencils next time.